Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. And for the Cavaliers, a loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. At the forward spot, it's Strus and Mobley. And it's Allen in at the 5, roaming the paint. RJ, this could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Now Garland, following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Mobley misses. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, we both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on the game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. We can't let him out-hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. Let's see if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. From deep, Jared Allen grabs the miss. For Cleveland, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Mitchell with it. Brunson picks him up. Mobley against Towns. Bridges with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And foul called. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Now Brunson. After Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Hart finds Brunson. 4 on the clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Shot to stop the run. The Knicks pull it in. New York moving it around. And it's Hart penetrating.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Launches it. Bangs home the trifecta.
And that ends the struggle. You can feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Pass to Strus. It's Strus on the wing. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hart kicks to Brunson. For the 3. Good on the triple. Brunson's got 5 points so far.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Wow. Towns saying, hey, I can go there too.
And here is Mitchell. After the three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns. Strus against Hart. Pass to Brunson. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Towns down low. He's against Allen.
The length of Allen, yeah, that's problematic for a lot of shooters. And this man knows how to distract them.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
good from Allen on the assist by Garland.
Watching Allen go to work inside is a thing of beauty. He's so confident operating around the rim.
Out to Brunson. No good on the triple.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had for three.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw this game. He throw good, Garland.
And I love watching Garland mature into a leader. And you know what? He is not done yet.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And how about the hustle there from Brunson? Excellent work. Just using energy.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Buries the long-range jumper. Mitchell's got a couple of threes now in the first for Cleveland.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Cleveland shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Pass to Anunoby. Rebound by Mitchell.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And here's Strus for 3. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. Then it's Darius Garland. And there's Jared Allen. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Now, here's Hunter. Misses the 3. Achua with it, picked up by Thompson. There's the 3. Achua, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 6. And Thompson gets it to go.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen. That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Wade outside. And Thompson kicks to Wade. And a miss there on the triple. The Knicks leading by 4. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I would say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Pass to Achua. To the left wing. Here's McBride, covered by Okoro. Robinson sets a screen for Payne. Clock at 4. Goes back up. Crafty move, and finished off by Robinson.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
McBride finds Achua. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And that one's good. Hunter.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Shots good by Achua.
The real Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Jerome. No scoring in this one. Hunter, the pass to Thompson. Cavaliers moving the ball around. Spins.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Stolen away. Here's Beauchamp, covered by Hunter. And Beauchamp gets it to go. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for New York.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
Here's Beauchamp after the Cavaliers pick up 3. Now McBride. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. Now here's Hunter. Payne covering. The Cavaliers with a new 14. Wade kicks to Hunter. Pass to Jerome. Shot clock at 6. Wade passes to Hunter. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Hunter's got 5 now.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
The 3. Beauchamp misses. Cleveland's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Hunter down low. Fades. Knicks with the rebound. Here's McBride, covered by Okoro. There's the pick. Back to McBride. Here's Payne. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Cavaliers lead by 1. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Please bring your attention to the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drums. They're measuring up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Mitchell dishes to Garland. Back to Mitchell. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Garland's got his 4th assist in this one.
Whether he's initiating the offense or playing off the ball, Mitchell is equally effective.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Anunoby. And Hart has it in the corner. And stolen by Mobley. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And the improvement, RJ, from Garland's dribble drive game has been immense.
Kevin, his confidence when he is ready to attack is next level. He's got great footwork. He's got a great handle. Very few defenders can stay in front of him in a one-on-one situation.
Rebounded by Hart. Knicks trail by 3. Anunoby kicks to Towns. The 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Here's Mitchell. He slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face. Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Anunoby. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Outside Garland. Pass to Allen. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Trying his luck from deep. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Hart, no good. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. A kick out to Mobley. Garland, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Garland. Mitchell outside. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
And here we go. Loads it up there for Mobley. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
It must be nice to have a 7-footer like Mobley that you could just throw pretty much anything up there and he'll go get it.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much.
Adept at fending off aggressive coverage. Mobley already looking like a vet out there.
And Brunson, here we go. Towns wide open. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Strus finds Allen. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Strus. And here is Mitchell. And he finishes nicely on the way. Mitchell's got the lead up to 10 now for Cleveland.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
That's a 2 from Towns. Offensive rebound. Hart out to Brunson. Pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy one.
Here's Mobley. Mitchell dishes to Allen. Here's Mobley. Off target from three-point range. Here's Hart. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Cleveland. He finishes with 9 points. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Isaac Okoro. Tristan Thompson is out there with Wade. Then there's Hunter. And it's Jerome in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Okoro kicks to Thompson. Back to Okoro. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Knicks trail by 8. Payne gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Achua. And the Knicks miss again. Cleveland leading by 10. Wade finds Hunter. Cleveland moving it around. Back to Thompson. Pass to Okoro. Wade on the wing. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Jerome passes to Okoro. Just 5 to shoot. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Got that one up quick. McBride's got his first 3 points of the game.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a three like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Knicks trail by 7. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Thompson misses. The Knicks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Oh, they get it back. A dunk by Achua.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Hunter, no one around him. Good on the triple. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And it's a completely new group for Cleveland.
Substitution on the court.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Out to Bridges. Up top, Hart. Back to Bridges. Hits the jumper in space. Bridges has got himself on the board with 3 there.
The top 2 things Bridges does well, defend and hit jumpers off the catch.
Garland the pass to Mitchell. Kicks it out to Allen. Bridges with the steal. Poked loose. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will return possession. Cleveland on defense. They've led by as much as 10. And an important part of every team's game. And we'll look at the hustle stretch for New York.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time.
The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Towns kicks to Hart. Brunson outside. Brunson takes off. Mobley with the block.
Hard to protect your shot from Mobley's length. Look, he just bats that ball away.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Just 3 to shoot. And here's Brunson outside. They get it again. And it's Towns on the follow. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 13 rebounds. Over to the wing. Here's Mobley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's 6 points for Evan Mobley.
Showing poise in the clutch. Mobley has that quiet confidence.
Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns
enjoys getting a chance to come up big for his team. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Towns, the pass to Anunoby. In the corner, it's Bridges. Brunson outside. Hard against Allen. For three, Bridges. Offensive rebound. Towns. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
And you got to like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Strus finds Allen. Misses the three. Anunoby against Mobley. To take the lead. Off target from downtown. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean,
this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. And the starting group for the Celtics. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. Mobley outside for Mitchell. 3-pointer. Unable to get that one. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. Brown, that's good.
You simply must stay attached to Jaylen Brown in a catch-and-shoot situation so dangerous.
White against Mitchell. Out to Mobley from outside the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
For 3, Porzingis. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Doors back in January 2023. Donovan Mitchell became the 5th player to ever score 71 in a game.
Think about this, Brian. Just Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, and David Robinson had done it before Donovan Mitchell. Incredible company he keeps.
Now here's Strus, and Mitchell puts up a deep 3. That 3's off the mark. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. From downtown, Strus grabs the miss. Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Garland. Out to Mobley. Allen outside. Mitchell with the ball. Back to Allen. Outside Strus. 5 on the clock. He shoots again. And Allen gets it to go.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Drew Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Mobley. And here's Garland. For 3, Allen. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Brown against Mitchell. To stop the drought. Boston, no good that time either.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Drains the triple.
Well, we know Mitchell can hurt you from outside the arc. The defense better recognize this moving forward.
There's a minute 54 left to play in the first quarter. Fires the 3. Hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 7. 3-pointer, Holiday. Mobley with the block.
That's a big-time send back by Evan Mobley. That length is real, folks. Look out.
Outside Garland. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title.
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore. Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Right side, Porzingis. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, the three-point shooting of Kristaps Porzingis is so prolific, you've got to guard him out there.
Right side, Mitchell. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. Boston on offense. They've gone on an 8-0 run. The three, Porzingis. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. From deep, Mitchell. Counted from distance. Mitchell's got 6.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Outside Tatum. The 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Garland. Takes a 3. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. The Cavaliers on top. They're up by 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
On the floor for Boston, Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at the 3. Screen by Horford. Here's Pritchard, launches a 3. It's rebounded by Wade. And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
BA, maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from 3-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
Horford outside. Outside Craig. Lets it go from deep. Sinks it from distance.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Wade. Goes back up. Here's Thompson. No luck on that one. Horford with some nice D. Celtics trail by 3. The 3 from Craig. Thompson pulls it in. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Jerome, and the layup is good off the glass.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Corner shot. It's good. Hauser's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
And here's Hunter from the arc. Horford pulls it in. The Celtics have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Takes the 3, and the 3-pointer goes. Hauser's got 5 points now this quarter.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Pass to Wade, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Craig.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
There's the 3. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
The 3 from Okoro. No good that time. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Thompson. Offensive rebound. Hunter, good.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
And out of bounds, the Cavs will take it. The Cavaliers leading. Pass to Thompson. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Jerome. Back to Okoro. Clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
This is something they could really use from Okoro, guys. Has to hit enough threes to help stretch that defense.
Again, the miss by Boston.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Thompson outside. Hunter passes to Wade. It's another three for Cleveland.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Shot to stop the run. Hauser can't get it to go. Cleveland leading by 8. Here's Hunter driving inside. Here's Thompson. Pass to Hunter. Okoro outside. From behind the arc. The rebound, Celtics. Here's Shireman. And a miss there on the triple. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And here's Okoro. Unloads. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
It's scooped up. Horford gets it done inside.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
And so it's Cleveland with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. More 2K action in just a moment. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The Cavaliers lead by 6. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. And it's Allen in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs.
The rise and fire by Jason Tatum. Ready to catch it and score it immediately.
And Mitchell with the slam.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Well, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris. So agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see this future.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
Jason Tatum has built such consistency from beyond the arc. Doesn't matter if there's a contest or not.
Celtics trail by 4. Tatum on the drive and slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Mitchell. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. They double-team Tatum. Here's Porzingis. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here. This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Pass to Tatum. Brown, a screen on Mobley. There's Tatum with the 3. Strus grabs the miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
From deep, Mitchell. Outside Strus. Here's the 3. Hits a three-pointer. Strus has got 6 in the quarter.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And that one's good for Porzingis.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful. And because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Here's Garland. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Garland's got his first points of the game.
Well, if you are a point guard like Darius Garland, at his size, you've got to be able to get into that mid-range bag. Very well done.
Tatum can't hit. The Cavaliers lead by 5. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And the jam by Brown.
Boy, what terrific body control. Jaylen Brown, so athletic, loves to compete, love it.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
And it's Mitchell, the miss.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Pass to Tatum. For the lead. Jason Tatum, he's a sharpshooter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And he drives in. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
We know that Jason Tatum is a gamer. This guy willing to take punishment on his way to the cup.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top worm ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive, he's on that list. Truly can do it all.
Here's Wade, hounded by Tatum. Pass to Jerome, and stolen by Porzingis. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Left side, Brown. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Tatum. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Outside White. And here's Brown for 3. And Brown knocking down the triple.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Out to Thompson. Pass to Jerome. And Porzingis with the block. The open shot, White. Hunter with the rebound. Hunter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Okoro outside. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
You know, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
The kick to Tatum. The 3 is up. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Okoro passes to Hunter. They set the pick. Pass to Wade. The kick to Hunter. Let's go with a three. Drills it from deep.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
That one falls.
Well, Derek White showing you I can put it on the deck and finish off a pretty drive. Nicely done, Derek.
Here's Wade into the lane. Good work there as it goes.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Tatum. Again, Boston.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
To the middle. Here's Hunter. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Hunter's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Tatum. Oh, look out! Tatum takes off!
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands. Yes, sir.
Hunter on the wing. Defended by Brown. And finished off by Hunter.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Back to Wade to take the lead. Connects from downtown. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
And that's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Pass to White. Now Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Here's Holiday. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Cavaliers.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
Here's Garland. 1:19 left in the final quarter. There's a screen. Outside Mitchell. Now here's Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Looking to end this cold spell. Tatum pulls it in.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Holiday with the ball. He's picked up by Garland. Holiday passes to White. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Yes! Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within one. Strus finds Mitchell. Fires for three. Again, the miss by Mitchell.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
4-3. White can't hit.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Mitchell against White. Oh, he nails it!
There are guys who live for these moments. Donovan Mitchell in the house.
There's Tatum with the three. Off target from downtown. And so it's the Cavaliers who come out on top. That was an incredible night of
court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the 1. And White kicks to Holiday. Tatum down low. Defended by Bridges. The layup off target. Here's Brunson. The shot's good.
Oh, wow. Brunson just getting sideswiped there and some strength to get through it.
Brown the pass to Tatum. Lets it go with a 3. Tatum with another miss. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And slams it home and gets some camper time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Here's Brown. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And far from just a perimeter scorer, Brown also adept at finishing in close.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And the shot goes in. Brown's got his second basket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Holiday, after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns, trains the 3-pointer.
That's a smart pass. Get it to Brown and just let Jaylen cook.
And that one's good. Towns.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
From outside the arc. The rebound by the Celtics. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And there's the frame being put to use by Tatum. He knows he's dangerous down low.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the 4th, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, he sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Holiday finds White. The kick out to Brown. 6 to shoot. Celtics passing it around. Tatum against Hart. Tatum no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And here's Brunson outside. That shot off the mark. Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just, I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious.
Celtics leading by 3. Brown dishes to Tatum, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
1:02 left here in the first quarter. Brunson against Holiday. Bridges, no one around him. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Bridges got 5.
Bridges confident right now, and I like to see him just be quick with those kind of decisions.
Brown with it. Now guarded by Towns. Tatum against Hart. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. Brown the pass to Holiday. Outside White. No good on the triple. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for New York. The kick out to Anunoby. For three, Bridges. And another three for New York.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down three, he can add it to the list.
From deep, Brunson. The shot missing. Mikal Bridges has been the guy making things happen for the New York Knicks. He notched 8 points. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. The Knicks leading by 3. Beauchamp passes to Payne. Here's Beauchamp. Back to Payne. Pass to Beauchamp. Over in the corner, McBride. 3 on the clock. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Shireman. And the 3 ball is good.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
Robinson down low. Plays it up and banks it in.
That's pretty much a power play for Robinson. He's got the ability to just shrug off the defenders.
Here's Pritchard. Still scoreless. And again, Boston with the triple.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Inside. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And there's the call on Precious Achiuwa. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Hauser. Robinson pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Payne in the post. Pass to Achiuwa. Back to Payne. McBride with the ball. 4 on the shot clock. For 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. They get the rebound. Pritchard. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's McBride. And finished off by Robinson.
Well, sometimes it's like a patient that's struggling to breathe. You just got to keep the play alive, and Robinson able to do that there.
Here's Hauser. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Craig. Here's Shireman. Offline with his 3. The Knicks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. They get it again. Here's Achiuwa. Here's Beauchamp. From the arc, nailed from three-point land. Beauchamp's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks. Austin's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of the game. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Pritchard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. New York leading by 4. Robinson passes to Beauchamp. There's the drive. Outside for Robinson. 5 on the clock. Pass to Beauchamp. New York needs to get off a shot. Achua, no good. Celtics trail by 4. Craig down low. Achua's on him. Here's Hauser. Guarded by Robinson. This one for 3. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. The dunk by Achua.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Horford's shot is good.
Al Horford.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks lead by 4. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Mikal Bridges really having a great game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Achua is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Cameron Payne. And it's Beauchamp in at the 3 slot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Payne grabs the board. The Knicks leading by 4. Robinson finds Achua. Robinson with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Well, he's just too big and too athletic to be given that kind of position. Mitchell Robinson, an easy deuce.
Back to Tatum. Stolen by Robinson. Driving inside. McBride with the ball. White's there. Pass to Achua. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Out to White. Latrey. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
The shot's good from Achua.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Towns from deep three-point range. New York now working with the new shot clock. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Hart. The 3-ball. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Tatum. Second shot opportunity. Now here is Holiday. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Hard against Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. Down low. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Brunson kicks to Anunoby. Out to Bridges. Shoots over White. Hart the pass to Towns. And he drives in. Brunson with a clean look. There it is. Brunson with the deep shot.
Really quick release there from Brunson. Let that one go in a hurry.
Brown sets a screen for Tatum, and it's in there. Tatum's got 7.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Hart wide open. He fires. Towns kicks to Hart. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple. Hart's got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down the 3.
Porzingis with a screen on Hart. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Knocked away. Brunson against Tatum. Brunson, left side. Brunson down the lane. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And so it's Boston with it. They trail by 9 points. Pritchard passes to Hauser. Takes a 3. Knicks with the rebound. Towns for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to it.
And so it's New York enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back to the action in just a minute. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court right now for the Celtics. Horford is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Shireman in at the 2. They grab their own miss. Towns for 3. Rebounded by Hauser. And so Horford will bring it up for Boston. 9-point game. Anunoby comes with the double team. Here's Hauser. And it's off from 3-point range. New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Holiday with the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Holiday's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Holiday against Brunson. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Out to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. A rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. The 3 from Tatum. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Anunoby in the corner. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Out to Brunson. Tries the spin move. He gets it in there.
Brunson working with a quick pace, just brushing the defense off.
Celtics trail by 11. Fires from deep. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Hart the pass to Towns. Launches it. Out to Bridges. New York moving it around. Lets it go from deep. That shot is off. The Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. The Knicks leading by 11. Out to Brunson. Over Brown. And it's Brunson missing. Boston has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. And it's White missing. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Pass to Anunoby. Clock at 6. Bridges for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Bridges has got the lead up to 14 now for the Knicks.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
A 3 of his own for Tatum. That is how you respond.
Towns for 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Porzingis getting it over. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by New York. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Knicks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Mikal Bridges.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Here's Hart. Jason Tatum grabs the board.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Here's White. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Anunoby has the open look. New York, no good that time either. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
So it's New York picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage.
on to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
A look at the opening lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Strus in at the small forward. Now here's Mitchell. And the foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. On the wing, Strus. For 3, Allen. Rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. It's a 3-point game. Hart can't hit. Bridges against Mitchell. And there's a pick. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Mitchell, good.
Wanting the ball there. Mitchell getting those 3 points back.
Hart can't hit.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Back to Mitchell. From the arc. Pass to Mobley. Here's Strus. He's covered by Hart. Left side Mitchell. And stolen by Bridges. And here comes the break. And Hart with a basket on the assist by Bridges. Hart's got 5 points.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
Garland up top. Outside Mitchell. Outside Strus. Down low. Clock at 4. The offensive rebound. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. The kick out to Brunson. Back to Bridges. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Mitchell against Anunoby. Now here's Mitchell. He's closely guarded. That ties it up.
Not known as a quick shooter, but Allen shows what he's got there.
Garland against Brunson. Lets it fly. Towns passes to Brunson.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Back to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the 3. Cleveland has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And Mitchell with the slam.
In the open floor, very few people can stay with Mitchell.
The shot by Towns, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
And here's Strus outside. And it's New York with a rebound. Left side Hart. Will it go? Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Hart's got 8.
And the find by Brunson, more than capable of running the offense.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Hart. Give him 8. Here's Brunson. Drops in the layup for 2.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Allen. Back to Mitchell. Allen with a screen on Bridges. Mitchell finds Allen. And here's Strus outside. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
It's great whenever a big knows how to handle it. Allen sharing the wealth.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Ooh, stolen by Allen. And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it. Here's Brunson. Bridges, left side. Knocked away. Pass to Towns. With 4 on the clock. Bridges on the attack. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
With 1 on the clock. Josh Hart getting it done for New York. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
We've got Mitchell Robinson. Miles McBride is out there with Cameron Payne. Then there's the Chua, and it's Beauchamp in at the 3 slot. That's the group for New York starting the second. Pass to McBride. The 3. Drops in the 3. McBride's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Shoots a fadeaway. Wade misses. New York has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And once again, off the mark by Cleveland. New York leading by 3. To the inside. And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
And Cameron Payne is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. Jerome, that's good.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Robinson in the post, defended by Thompson. And a big finish by Robinson.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. The 3 from Thompson. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Knicks have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's McBride. And he gets the bucket. McBride's got 5 points now this quarter. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
And there's the drive. Outside of Chua. Robinson on the wing. McBride with it, working on Thompson. Clock at 6. Payne. And it's New York with another.
Intelligent ball movement. The offense looking 1 step ahead there.
Pass to Okoro. Right side Payne. To the paint. To the left side wing. The Knicks keep it alive. Picked it. Here's Wade. Outside Hunter. Pass to Jerome. Back to Hunter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And a big finish by Robinson.
Come on, B.A. Emphatic slam from a player who does it better than most.
Oh, defense optional when the freight train is coming.
Always in attack mode. We see him do this night after night.
Achua can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Hunter. Achua with a rebound. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:33 left in the first half. Robinson against Thompson. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Here's Okoro. Wade, the pass to Thompson. Good work defensively by Robinson. Knicks leading by 3. Pass to Payne. Over to the wing. Achua for 3. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now. The Cavaliers shooting just 27% in the second quarter. Here's Wade. The kick to Hunter. To the middle. Thompson passes to Okoro. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 5 rebounds in the game. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. New York has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. There's the drive. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Payne's got 5 now.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wade nails it from 3.
Wade. 3-point goal.
For New York, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Pass to Beauchamp. Puts up a 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Payne with the bucket. And it's an 8-point Knick lead.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead. Holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
And so it's New York, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. All right, okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Round 3. They're measuring up the shot. One more time. A big round of applause for the participants.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. We've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
On the court for the Cavaliers. Mitchell on the wing with Strus. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Strus. 4 on the clock. Outside for Mitchell. Outside Garland. Now here's Strus. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Strus has got 6 points.
Defensively, you have to put lots of focus on Garland, so that opens up things for others to get their shine.
Brunson looks it over. Outside Hart. Jacks up a 3. Strus grabs the miss. And so it's Allen who brings up the ball for Cleveland. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Yeah, and Mobley's teammates love throwing lobs his way. Why? Because he catches pretty much anything you throw up there.
Knocks down the triple.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Garland with the ball, and Bridges picks him up defensively, and they pick up 2. He's got 11.
Whether he's initiating the offense or playing off the ball, Mitchell is equally effective.
From inside, and the play by Towns inside.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Cavaliers trail by 4. And in Garland, we're looking at one of the best passers in the league, Richard.
I don't think he gets enough credit for it. He's got such a great feel for the game, the way he wiggles in and out of the lane. It is so impressive. He is such a great, confident floor leader.
Garland against Brunson. The 3 from Mitchell. Towns with a rebound.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Max Strus picks one up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
2 shots.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
It's not often you see him fail to deliver at the line like this.
Out to Garland. Outside Mitchell. Takes a 3. Again, the miss by Mitchell.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Towns. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Towns has got 7 points here in the quarter.
And that's the kind of physicality you want to see from Cat, using his size down low.
New York leading by 6. Here's Hart. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Oh, from deep. Stolen by Bridges. All by himself. Here's Hart. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Here's Bridges, driving in. Count it. And now a 10-point Knick lead.
Quick guy with a long stride. Bridges, this man can blitz the hoop.
Outside Garland to win the run. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Brunson. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Here's McBride. Uses the glass on the layup. McBride's got 7.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Garland scanning the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Over Brunson. Garland, no good.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Here's Beauchamp. Outside Achua. Lets it fly. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's New York in a good situation. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. New York leading by 13. We've got Campaign. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Achua. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Beauchamp in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. From outside, off the mark. And Cleveland has possession. And here's Strus outside. Buries it from 3.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Robinson for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got rebound number 7 tonight. From deep, Mitchell. And it's New York with a rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Fires from the corner. He can't get that one to fall.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And here's Strus outside. Gets the three to fall.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Outside Robinson. Three-pointer. New York, no good that time either. Cavaliers trail by 7. Back to Mitchell. 4-3. And it's New York with a rebound. Achua's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside McBride. Pass to Payne. Tries the spin move. 4 on the clock. And again, the Knicks missing. The Cavaliers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. New York leading by 7. Lets it go from deep. Tries again. Here's Beauchamp. And the three-pointer goes.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Garland way outside. And another miss by Cleveland.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Mitchell with room to shoot. They grab their own miss. Back to Garland. From deep, Mobley. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's foul number 2 for him. A new lineup here for New York. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
Brunson finds Hart. Back to Brunson. From behind the arc. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Strus' shot is off. Knicks leading by 10. Hart from long range hits the trifecta.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Back to Mitchell. And stolen by Bridges. And now the Knicks on the break. Brunson against Mitchell. Right side Brunson. 6 to shoot. Spins. The 3. Towns passes to Anunoby. Brunson with it. Checked by Mitchell. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Knicks.
It's impressive how the reserve players stepped up and delivered in this one.
They didn't just help out. They made a big impact and really secured the win for their team.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Josh Hart.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
That's his 6 make and 11 tries.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
From Donovan Mitchell.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the 4th. The Knicks keep it alive. Outside Anunoby. Here's Brunson outside. Knocks down the long J. And the Knicks lead by 16.
And you can't forget to guard these corner spots, or guys like Brunson will hurt you.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First personal foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Knicks foul. Karl Anthony Towns.
That free throw good from Allen.
Second team foul.
Hits one, then misses the 2nd attempt from the line. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Brunson missing. So it's the Knicks taking care of business in this hard alley. Good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it. between these two, Graham.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Mitchell on the wing with Strus. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. Left side Tatum launches a 3. The rebound by Garland. And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for Cleveland. From deep, Mitchell. Here's Mobley. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. White with it. On the wing, Tatum. This one for 3. On target from range.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's White. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And Graham, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there. Willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Garland for 3. It's hauled in by White.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
For 3, Porzingis. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Holiday against Garland. It's stolen by Tatum. White finds Porzingis. Back to White. Mobley against Tatum. Pass to White. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Mitchell. And coach, you look at Derek White. Maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
Now here's Mobley. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. Porzingis grabs the board.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
No coverage that time. White's got 7 points.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Celtics lead by 6. Outside Tatum. 3-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Allen outside to halt the run. Boston pulls it in. Pass to Brown. Takes the 3. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Brown. 9 points in the game.
With his feet set, Tatum's going to make you pay.
From deep, Mobley. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. And out of bounds, the Cavs will take it. The Cavaliers trail by 9. They're searching for a way. Oh, my goodness, it counts!
Did that really go in?
Oh, that might be the craziest shot I've seen. No rhyme or reason whatsoever.
There's Tatum with the 3. Good D by Mobley. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Graham.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Boston leading by 6. And here's Brown for 3. He drops it from range.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Here's Mitchell. Good work defensively by White. The Celtics have gone 6 of 11 so far. And so the ball out of bounds. Strus touched it last.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Now here's Brown. Outside Porzingis. The kick to Tatum from deep. Gets it off. Ooh, he drains the 3. But let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
While this call may not decide the game,
and so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Celtics. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Allen in at the center position. Here's Mitchell. And Craig pulls it down. Celtics lead by 12. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
Outside Garland. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation, jump ball.
Pass to Pritchard. The 3 ball. Again, the miss by Boston. Cavaliers trail by 12. From deep, Strus. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. The Celtics have got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Launches it. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got his 6th rebound on the night. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie.
Defensively, you know Mitchell wants to get to the rim. You play it that way, and he pulls the string on you.
Here's Pritchard. And they call over the back here. Too much contact. And Graham, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. 2 open that time. They didn't look easy. Hauser's got 6 in the quarter.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
2 minutes.
3-pointer. Pure from 3-point range.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
Misses the three.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Horford passes to Pritchard. Yes! Great play by Horford to set him up. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Now, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Boston's shooting just under 40% from the field. Here's Hauser. Sinks the tray. Hauser's got 9.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Jerome passes to Thompson. Back to Jerome. Lets the three fly. Hauser grabs the board. Boston leading by 12. Let's go with a three. Cavaliers with a rebound. There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Well, the Celtics shooting only 31% in the second quarter of this one. Fires for three. Drains the triple. 5 points in the game.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
So it's Boston now. This is the most they've led, 13 points. Here's Hauser. Offline with a three. Left side Hunter from the arc. And that concludes the first half. It's the Celtics. They lead by 13. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
20.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And here's Holiday. No points yet, just 5 on the clock. The kick to Tatum. From outside the arc. Tatum! Money from deep.
You gotta respect the response from Tatum. I mean, this guy just loves to compete.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him. He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Porzingis against Thompson. On the break. Here's Wade. And it's off from three-point range. Celtics lead by 13. Brown finds Tatum. The three is up. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
They're stretching that defense all the way to the sidelines. Tatum with a nice shot.
Snatched up. Out to Thompson. The 3 from Okoro. Pass to Hunter. Here's Wade. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Thompson passes to Wade. Tries yet again. The 3. Knocks it down from distance. Wade's got 9.
Well, with the height advantage that he has, he knew he could put it up over the top of the defender.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. Pass to Porzingis. Beyond the arc. The shot, no good. Cavaliers trail by 13. Here's Thompson. Holiday grabs the miss.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Inside, stolen by Thompson. And here's Hunter for three. Hunter on the wing from downtown. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Celtics lead by 13.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Brown. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Pass to Tatum. Clock at 4. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Wade. He's got 9. Here's the three. Okoro outside. The fadeaway. Tatum pulls it in. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. 1:07 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Tatum to stop the drought. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Thompson's got 9 rebounds now. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the game here. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. We've got a line change here for Boston. 35 seconds left in the third. On the wing, Strus. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Pass to Shireman. For 3. The rebound by Garland. Cavaliers trail by 12. Now here's Strus. Back to Mitchell. And here's Garland. Outside for Mitchell. And so it's Boston now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. A big difference. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. And it's Allen in at the center position, locking down the middle. 5 to shoot. Nice form on the 20-footer.
Yeah, nice quick catch and shoot there from Jared Allen.
Here's Pritchard. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to Mitchell. Pulls up. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Yeah, this is why defenses must be right up on Mitchell or he'll burn you off the pass.
Here's Pritchard. Off the mark there with a 3. The Cavaliers trail by 8. From deep three-point land. Boston pulls it in. Horford's got 4 rebounds in the game. There's the triple. Hauser can't get it to go. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Boston.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Outside White. And out of bounds. The Cavs will take it. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Out to Garland. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3.
When Garland finds a three-point shot, he takes it. Supremely confident in his abilities.
The Celtics have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. White looking it over. Pass to Tatum. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Tatum's got 11 points here in the second half.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
Stolen by Mitchell. And here's Strus outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Strus has got his first 3 points of the game. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Yeah, all throughout the game, the opposition hasn't been able to keep them off the glass, and they're paying for it, giving up second chance points.
Mobley, right side, launches a 3. Boston pulls it in. At one point, they led by 16. It's tipped. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Garland for 3. Hauled in by Brown.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Here's the 3. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 9 rebounds now. From deep, Strus sinks it from distance.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
Tatum from long range. Tatum with the three-point answer.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Celtics lead by 4. White, the pass to Porzingis. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Tatum. Launches it. Strus grabs the miss. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Oh, he tries a 3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. There's the 3. Second shot opportunity, and he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
And it's Porzingis at 7-3, a monster to go to late in the game.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And here's Strus outside. Pass to Mitchell. From deep, Mobley. That one is off. Mobley against Tatum. So we see the Celtics get the win here. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Brunson in at the point guard position. And for the Celtics, White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point. Tatum wide open, he fires one. We've got a couple of top contenders from the Eastern Conference, Greg, in this one. Feels like there's a little extra buzz in the air. Do you feel it?
Oh, Kevin, it's almost that postseason feel, right? High expectations for both of these teams. A great opportunity to lock in and kind of get a barometer for where you are against a playoff level opponent.
Hart, no good.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
There's Brown with the three. Boston again missing. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. He talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson. He told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. You have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Now Porzingis, after OG Anunoby missed from long range. Brown with it. Bridges covering. 5 to shoot. Corner shot. Tatum's shot is off.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
For Boston, they've gone 0-5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
And here's Brunson outside. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. Porzingis kicks to Tatum. A three. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Watch out. Tatum's going to stretch the defense all over the place if he's knocking down threes from the corner. Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Tatum on the wing. Defended by Hart. There's the three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Anunoby passes to Brunson. Fader on the way. Brunson with another miss.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And here's Porzingis for a three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, he's got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
Brunson with another miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
Now, here's Hart. Sweet little floater.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it'd probably be the three-point shot.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. .43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Bridges deciding where to go with it. From deep three-point land. Rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. White, wide open, he fired. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Yeah, on the catch-and-shoot game, Derek White very assertive, ready to react.
Anunoby outside. Out to Bridges. Anunoby against Brown. Brunson outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Brunson's got 7. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Knicks up 1. And don't go up. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. And it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. That's the Boston 5. Buries it from three-point range. Hauser's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Celtics. And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Off target with his 3. New York trailing. Achua finds McBride. Back to Achua. New York moving the ball around. From the wing. Payne can't hit.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Shireman can't hit. The Knicks have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Boston's gone 1-3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Hauser. Boston again missing. New York's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. For Boston, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Traps in the tray. Hauser's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Sinks the three-pointer. Achua's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Launches a 3, and Beauchamp gets it to go.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving it in.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Beauchamp passes to Payne. Now Achua fires the 3. Pass to Payne. Here's Beauchamp. Here's the 3. Achua, no good. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Craig. It's rebounded by New York.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Here's Hauser. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead. Craig, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Beauchamp. Poked loose. The Celtics shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Hauser misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
41 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Payne kicks to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Achua. Back to Robinson. To end the cold streak. Good on the jump shot.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Celtics leading by 3. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So New York ends up going with the new group. Here's Hauser. 9 points in the game so far. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. He can't get it to go. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics lead by, thanks David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
19.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. We've got Bridges. Hart is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
For the tie. Offensive rebound. Anunoby passes to Towns. A second chance effort. The kick out to Anunoby. New York moving it around. From deep, Brunson. Brunson from long distance.
Consistency as a jump shooter. Jalen Brunson with that quick, compact release.
Now here is Holiday. Still without a basket. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Drew Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. The Knicks leading by 3. A 3. Out to Bridges. Taken away by Holiday. Jason Tatum making sure of that one.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me. But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
New York ball.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And it's Towns missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
You see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
And it's Towns missing. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the first. And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And White kicks to Porzingis. And here's Tatum for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
But Jason Tatum with the answer from three. That's how you stop an opponent's momentum.
Here's Hart. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here's Boston. They're on a 14-3 run right now. The three from Tatum. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got his sixth rebound on the night. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
And here's Tatum for three. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one. Brunson the pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor. Tatum with it. Brunson picks him up. From downtown. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Kept alive. Porzingis kicks to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Back to Brunson. The kick out to Anunoby. Puts up a 3. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Hart. Hart's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Knicks. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for both. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You'll love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. Hence who's in the game for the Celtics.
But Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
Brunson the pass to Towns. Bridges kicks to Anunoby. The fader. The rebound by Holiday. Celtics leading by 6. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Towns. They get a hand on it. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Celtic shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
On the wing, Bridges. Brunson outside. Hart with the screen for Brunson. Teardrop shot with the tip. And it's Hart on the foul.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Outside White. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Bridges, first personal foul, first team foul.
The 3 from Tatum. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, they're playing with fire, putting Mikal Bridges on the free throw line. This guy's so comfortable at the charity stripe.
Of course, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
Hits it from three-point range.
That's Tatum's size and high release point. He's able to get that three-point shot off against virtually anybody.
Towns, a screen on Holiday. Runs in the pass to Towns. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Down kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Back to Anunoby. Towns, a screen on Tatum. To the inside. And Towns throws it down.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
That's the free fly. Tatum with another miss.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
Brunson outside. The kick out to Anunoby. 5 on the clock. From deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside Tatum. 1:24 left to play in the final quarter. For the three. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, if he hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they moved the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
New York moving it around. Anunoby passes to Bridges. Brunson up top, guarded by Holiday. No good with the triple. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
White against Brunson. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Here's White. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
So it's the Celtics picking up the win. Some good. Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up for Greg.